A very good evening from Staplewood. I'm Ian Wilding, and these two clubs meet for the second time in just over 24 hours. Yesterday, Brighton and Southampton senior sides battered it out in a 1-1 draw in the Premier League. Tonight, it's the under-23s who meet at Saints training ground in the PL2. Southampton looking to bounce back from defeat at Norwich last week. Brighton have been draw specialists of late. Well, it's a very experienced looking side for Southampton tonight, starting with former Reading goalkeeper Mccarthy in between the sticks. A back four of Stevens and Bednarek, the centre-backs, as you see. Matt Targett with all of his experience. Yann Valery, who's not long ago recovered from injury, the French under-17 full-back at right back. Across the middle, again an experienced looking lineup. Alfie Jones, who can play centre-back, plays in the middle today with Pierre Højbjerg, who certainly impressed Højbjerg against Newcastle a couple of weeks ago as St Mary's. A very attacking looking side for Saints tonight. Barnes, Hesketh, also just recovered from injury recently, and Sam McQueen, who scored a brace a couple of weeks ago, looking to build on that tonight. And Southampton under-23's top goal scorer this season, Jonathan Afolabi, as that main man up front. So those are your Southampton sides. Good looking substitutes as well. Tyreke Johnson has come off the bench so many times this season and made an impact. Nathan Teller, also recovering from injury, back on the substitutes bench. And like I say, a strong looking substitutes bench for Saints tonight. So a mix of youth and experience. There's that man Højbjerg, who will be looking to impress tonight. And it's Southampton who are going to get us underway. And Brighton have Manepa in goal, a back four of Mateu, Ensima, Connor Goldson and Cox, who's already scored 2 goals this season from a left-back position. Bjordal and Malumbi in the middle, Kyle Tilly and Hacker out wide, with Alzanti as that lone man up front. The referee today, Richard Holm, he's going to blow his whistle to get this match underway. And Saints start a busy schedule here. It's the first match of 3 in 8 days. So certainly it's going to be hectic for Southampton over the next few days. Joining me in the commentary box tonight, pleased to say, is Southampton midfielder Tom O'Connor. And Tom, should be a good game tonight, shouldn't it, really, between two sides who like to play the right way?
Yeah, hopefully. There's 2 strong teams out, so looks evenly enough match, so hopefully we'll be able to get 3 points tonight.
Fingers crossed for Saints this evening. Picked up now though from Malumbi. Out to Goldson. Southampton have been on a rich vein of form recently. They've won 4 of their last 6 in all competitions, despite losing to Norwich last week. And at home to Watford, right here at Staplewood in the PL Cup, which is Southampton's last match here. And a throw which is going to be taken from Mateu, the man who arrived from Czech Republic only last year. And now it's chipped out left from Bjordal. Kick forward, Afolabi tries to get there. And not in the side tonight, Tom, but with all these games coming in thick and fast, you think you'd probably have an impact of some kind next couple of matches?
Hopefully, yeah. Well, we have Cardiff away next Thursday, so I wouldn't say all the first team boys will travel, so hopefully we'll get a few minutes there, but just have to wait and see.
Big competition that one as well, isn't it? Obviously, defeat against Watford. It'd be nice to bounce back though, wouldn't it, next week?
Yeah, I think we do need 3 points against Cardiff. They'll obviously be a strong side too, but I think if we want to progress, we'll need to pick up a few wins in that competition as well.
Brighton on the ball, with Hanisa back towards Manepa. Got a number of goalkeepers, Brighton. Robert Sanchez is injured, normally their number 1 goalkeeper, the Spaniard. Billy Collins came on for him in their last match last week. And in the Southampton goal, there's Mccarthy, the 27-year-old who joined 2016 on a 3-year deal from Crystal Palace. Up towards McQueen. Headed on, this time Højbjerg back again to Target. The Eastleigh-born fullback. And the goalkeeper's just going to keep that in play there. McCarthy. So Saints in 5th at the moment then in the PL2 table. And Brighton are in possession with Tilly. And Mateu plays it back again to Goldson. So it's all to play for, isn't it, when you look at it? Southampton are 5th, but there's nothing in it at the moment, is there, between Saints and the other top sides?
Nah, there's just a few points. I think if you can get 2 or 3 wins on the bounce in this league, you go right up near the top. So hopefully you can put together a few wins and really get up there challenging for the title.
Yeah, hopefully there or thereabouts at the end of the season, as you say. And now it's Højbjerg for Southampton. Bednarik out wide. Another player will be hoping to impress Bednarik tonight, trying to get closer to that first team. Stevens plays it across to the right. Played forward, flicked on down the right from Barnes. Couldn't quite find a Southampton man, but Brighton pick up the pieces. And now it's Bjordell. Challenge there from Bednarik, says the referee, and Brighton win a free kick. So, as we were saying about all those matches coming up thick and fast for Southampton, 3 different competitions as well in that space of 8 days. Free kick to be taken from Kyle. Certainly lots of experience. And now wide to Mateu. Two sides from the south coast. I know they're not particularly close as far as geography is concerned, but does that add a bit of spice to the occasion, do you think, tonight?
Yeah, I think so. We've always kind of had that bit of rivalry against Brighton, especially under 18 and under 23. So yeah, it's kind of, I wouldn't say it's quite a derby, but there is a bit of rivalry there, I think.
Now it's an opportunity, yeah, flicked away. Something that was echoed from Alfie Jones on the Southampton website earlier on today. And McCarthy kicks it long. Well, these two sides met only yesterday, the senior side 1-1. Stephen Davis giving Southampton an early lead before the Seagulls pick Saints back in the second half. And it's Mateu to take the throw. Target out to Jones, out left to McQueen. Said about the pitch, I mean, it's freezing cold conditions now, the temperatures are dipping, but the pitch stays pristine, doesn't it, throughout the season, really?
Yeah, it does, yeah. Credit to the groundsman, really. And I think on nights like this, I think the pitch is very slick, so the ball does move very quick, so it does help a bit, like.
So still waiting for the first opportunity here tonight. It's Goldson out left over Valerie's head. Still coming forward. Challenge out there. Timed it well, Bednarik, to be fair. And now for another throw. So Brighton, they're looking to create the first opportunity of the match. They might get another chance here. It's George Cox to take the throw. He's become Brighton's left back first choice for the under-23s over the last year or so. And here's Mateu. Hesketh out left. Target's made a good run here. And back for Mateu, who runs in field. Brighton's last win was 4 games ago in the Premier League Cup when they went to Sunderland and won 5-0. They have been a side this season that once they get 1 goal, they go flying in. As you were saying earlier though, Tom, it's a good mix, isn't it, tonight for Southampton? You've got the youngsters like Valerie there and players like other players in the middle with Barnes, but then you've got the experience, haven't you, with the likes of Bednarik and McCarthy.
Yeah, exactly, and I think when you are a younger player playing with them experienced player, they do help you, like they do give you advice and they make the game a lot easier for you when you do play with them. So it will help the lads' game there tonight, the younger lads. So hopefully it'll make the difference.
Yeah, should hopefully help tonight. A throw now though for Southampton, which Valerie's going to take. Played back in field. Out to Stevens. The 23-year-old plays it short. Hesketh. One back from Kyle. Bjordell wins a free kick. Nil-nil. Saying Richard Holm, the ref today, he's refereed a number of National League games this season as well as matches in PL2. Here's Connor Goldson, who arrived at Brighton from the Wolves Academy. Also a player with first team experience. Now here's Alzanti. Malumbi. Goldson out wide. Just gets enough on that there to Mateu. One back to target. Oh, but it's one back again. In towards the middle. Oh, it's a dangerous ball in the end from Bjordell. And Valerie did the sensible thing there and out for a corner kick. Well, he's been everywhere so far for Brighton, Bjordell. He's been box-to-box midfielder, and this time running down the right-hand side, forces the first corner of the evening. And Brighton looking to capitalise. Within the first 10 minutes. Curled in. Danger over. Said about that dome as well behind the goal. It's a tremendous facility there, isn't it, that the players have got now?
Oh, it is, yeah. All the facilities here really are just unreal. You can't really complain about anything, but it's just, especially in the winter, like when the weather is bad, like you can just go in there to train every day, and it's just, they have everything really.
Yeah, a great facility here as well. We're watching this match tonight up here in the main stand. A couple of hundred here housed in, and now it's a ball out towards Alzanti. One back from Hesketh for Southampton. As Mccarthy tries to put Afolabi away. Talking about Afolabi, he's certainly impressed so far this season. He's moved on another level really since the summer.
Yeah, he's been very good. I think he's got a lot bigger, and he's kind of he's learned a lot. I think he's also got a lot more clinical in front of goal. So he's our top scorer this year. So hopefully he can keep it up.
Southampton midfielder Tom O'Connor with me as it's out from Stevens. Tries to play it over the top. It's a decent ball up towards Barnes, but just couldn't quite put it over the Brighton defence. Both over 6 foot tall. It's going to be a tall order tonight as Barnes raced in. Barnes, another player looking to build on that one goal he scored so far this season. And now Malumbi. Play down the line. Carl gives it away, out for another throw. So Valerie to take. And Stevens forward towards the middle of the park. Jones forward towards McQueen. So Southampton's last game, which they won a couple of weeks ago against Newcastle United. Ball down the line. I think they're probably going to let that go, Brighton. That was a right old thrilling game, wasn't it? Goals galore, 6-2. I mean, that was one of those matches where last 20 minutes it really came alive.
Yeah, the goals seemed to just keep flying in. Just thought that was a corner, to be fair, but referee's giving a goal kick.
Yeah, nothing given in the end. Goal kick to Brighton. Brighton actually did go on a poor run of form themselves. Just one draw in 5 games earlier on in the season, losing the other 4 in all competitions, but they're more organised now. And now they win a free kick in a very dangerous position here. And like I say, we've been waiting for a while for a chance here. Valerie, it's just going to be a word here from the referee, and Badnerek is the man. I think he's going to go into the book here. There's one of those where, had he not made that foul,
looked like he was in.
So Badnerek is going to get the first card of the evening. We didn't have to wait too long for the first yellow. Oh my goodness me, he's off. A red card. Well, I didn't see that one coming. Well, the referee took an age to produce the card. He's produced the red card. He obviously thinks that was a professional foul there from Badnerek. And everybody here just cannot believe what the referee's just done there, but he's produced a red card. And normally when he takes such a while to produce the card, it's a warning and then a yellow. Referee obviously thought about it, but the red card was produced, and I think that stunned everybody here at the training ground. Saints down to 10 men.
You can see by the reaction of the players, none of them really thought it would be a red card. So.
Dear me, red card there for Badnerek. That was a shock there at Staplewood. And it means that we may have to shuffle things around now, Southampton. Options on the bench. Ollie Cook potentially could come on at some stage. But there were 3 other Southampton players around him.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one now, to be honest.
Well, that's a real blow for the Polish defender. I thought it was early to see a yellow card 14 minutes in, but a red produced. And off he goes. In the meantime, first bit of drama of the evening. It could be built on here with this Brighton free kick in a dangerous position. A Hannock standing over it. Tilly there as well. Either or, it's going to be a difficult night now for Southampton. A Hannock straight into the wall. Back again, left-footed shot, and it just fizzes wide there from Tilly, James Tilly. Looking for his 3rd goal of the season, took a deflection. Starting to liven up now, Tom.
Yeah, that would have been a real sucker punch if they had got a goal there.
So, unbelievably, Southampton down to 10 men. And Badnerek, who arrived in the summer, the Polish under-21 international, is the man who's received his marching orders. Corner kick, 2nd of the evening for Brighton. Well cleared upfield. Going back to the race, he's got to feel hard done by there, hasn't he? And Badnerek.
Yeah, my first thought was it wasn't a red anyway, but it's hard to know. These refs, they all see different things really on the pitch. So.
As Southampton are down to 10 men, and it's going to be a long time to have to play with just the 10 as well. Just under 74 minutes plus stoppage. And now is Mathieu for Brighton. Apart from that, we've not really seen any goalmouth action so far. We've had that free kick there for Brighton as a result of that red card. And now Kyle coming forward for the away side. Plays a 1-2. Anisa. Malumbi. Mathieu out wide. Seen 3 red cards involving Saints so far this season. There's another one tonight. So Højbjerg out wide. It's important Southampton keep their composure though, isn't it? Because the longer it goes on, the longer it becomes a more of a leveler, I suppose, isn't it? If they can grow in confidence at 0-0.
Yeah, I think this first 10-15 minutes down to 10 men will be important. If they can kind of weather the storm, but I think they might be able to get back into the game, and never know what will happen then.
Well, there's the incident again. Referee thinking he was the last man.
There was 3 players very close, wasn't there? So.
Yeah, Stevens was close by. Valerie was there as well.
Yeah. I think the Brighton player made the most of it as well.
So Badnarik off. Brighton on the attack. Kyle out wide. Another corner. Certainly Brighton on top though, and they've got that lease of life, really, since that red card.
Yeah, they look like they're growing in confidence a bit. Moving the ball around quickly as well, so looking a bit dangerous.
They're going to have another chance here with a third corner of the evening. Bjordell as a man stood right outside the 6-yard box. Dangerous ball. Appeals for handball, nothing given. Well skied over. And the danger's gone. As Goldson runs back into position. But not a bad ball. Southampton certainly had their men back there in numbers. Every single man back inside the penalty area there for Southampton. But Connor Goldson could only sky that over the crossbar. So 0-0 it stays. And I suppose that was the first half chance of the evening, really, wasn't it? That?
Yeah, it's just a lot of bodies in the box. The ball just kind of dropped. Could have dropped anyone really, but he managed to clear it in the end.
A couple of half shots there for Brighton. A throw now then for Southampton, looking to try and get it inside Brighton's final third for the first time in 10 minutes or so. It's going to be Target who takes the throw this time. Stevens across. Alfie Jones has gone back to that central defensive position now. They've just had to reshape. Looks now, doesn't it, like Hesketh has gone deeper as well there with Højbjerg.
Yeah, I think they're playing a just 4-4-1. Hesketh's kind of dropped into the deeper role.
Yes, and he looks that way. And now Hesketh plays it forward. What can Saints do with this? McQueen returns a favour. Good defending though from Goldson. Alzante out left. Here's Kyle. This is dangerous. Good challenge there from Valerie under pressure from Bjordell. Had a good game tonight, hasn't he, so far? Dealing with everything that's come his way.
Yeah, he's been very solid so far. Hopefully he can keep it up.
Much of a boost is that to have him back, because he was out for a while, wasn't he, with injury?
Yeah, he was there for 3 or 4 months now, so he's finally starting to get back into the team, so it's been a big boost. He's very solid there, right back.
So Brighton, what can they do with this from the left-hand side? Back to Kyle. Always going to be ambitious, that one. Back to Hernaka. Ball down the left, that's a decent one. Kyle inside. It's going to be too far potentially. Just about keeping in play. Here's Connor Goldson. Meyer out infield to Kyle. Malumbi out wide. Mateu. One back that time from Stevens. But they've got players, Brighton, they don't necessarily stick to one position, do they? They're causing Saints some problems here.
They're floating all around the place, really. Hard to pick up, really, when they move like that.
There's Malumbi back there for Brighton, and now they're coming forward with a Naim out left. Good football this down the left. A chance now for Brighton. Played back again in space. And there's Bjordell with a right-footed strike. We're going to get another chance here. Oh, and Bjordal could be away. Oh, and he nearly got lucky there. And one of those went straight back into McCarthy's arms. But a good spell of pressure from Brighton, looking to take advantage of the fact that Southampton are down to 10 men after that earlier red card for Bednarik. And there's a bit of a coming together there as well. Kind of changes Wahid Jahidi's game plan a bit now, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, you'll have to make a few changes to sort it out.
Well, he says that standards need to be maintained tonight. Wahid Jahidi, the Southampton coach, a former Bolton player, and Southampton as well. But apart from the red card, what do you think you'd have made of the performance so far tonight?
Yeah, I think once we did get the red card, I think we have been solid enough. Brighton haven't really looked like scoring, so as long as we can keep it like this for a little while, we might be able to grow back into the game, create a few chances, and hopefully might sneak a goal.
It's the same up towards Afolabi. Goldson heads it away. Target finds Hesketh, who made his senior debut 3 years ago and also played last season before injury struck, but back in the side today for the under-23s. Hesketh looking to try and get into the senior side again this season. And now here's Kyle for Brighton. There's Goldson out wide to the right as an option, but Kyle, who plays deep as that man just in front of that back three for Brighton, has possession again now. Still looking for options. He's got Malumbi to his right. Hannock was the man who left it, and now it's a foul on Bjordal, and Brighton have a free kick. We're over halfway through the first half. So free kick then to Brighton. And the man who takes most of their free kicks, Tilly, is the man who stood over it. Hannock is the one as well next to him. And now referee now having a word with these two players there for the wall positioning. So it's going to take a bit of time. Jake Hesketh and Alfie Jones, the captain, having a word with both of them. But it's a struggle at the moment for Saints to get it outside their own half. So Saints playing most Monday evenings this season. Long old season this one. They end at home to Middlesbrough in April. But as we head in towards November in a couple of days' time, Saints would love to get a win to hopefully try and move them up in towards the top four. It's a perfect position, this one, isn't it, for Tilly? Hannock stands over it as well. We had Tilly with that free kick. It was a bit closer towards the penalty area a few minutes ago. But it's going to be take two. And I think a player like him would kind of love this kind of position. Curled over the wall. Good save that time from McCarthy. Corner kick. Caused some problems.
Yeah, he got down well there, Alex. Wasn't a bad free kick, but you'd expect him to save it, really.
Yeah, got the delivery. Just didn't quite get enough pace on it in the end, did it, really?
No.
Well, save there from Alex McCarthy. He played for Aldershot and Ipswich as well as Reading before joining Southampton. And Hannock is going to take the corner. Played short with the right foot. Comes back out towards Bjordal. Kyle. Offside there, Mateo. Well, Southampton had won 3 PL2 games in a row before that defeat to Norwich, beating Stoke West Brom and Newcastle. Just goes to show that Southampton are more than capable of going on a run, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Just a few good performances, really. That's all you need.
McCarthy long. Højbjerg plays a 1-2. Hesketh, that's better for Southampton. Højbjerg. Stevens. Throw to Brighton, which Mateu plays it back. Third time lucky there from Stevens. Højbjerg. Or risky. Do well to keep the ball there, though. Southampton target as well to keep it in play. Wins a free kick. Very organised though, Brighton, aren't they? Tough old team to break down when Saints are on the ball.
Yeah, they're not giving us much time on the ball either. They're closing there very quick, so it's hard for the lads to create anything really.
As Højbjerg plays it back for Saints. On a very cold evening here at Southampton's training ground here at Marchwood. And now Stevens. Hesketh goes deep. Barnes plays it back. I suppose since that red card it's been more difficult for the likes of Barnes and McQueen to get space out wide down the flanks. We'll be able to target. Flags up. Well, Saints have been good at home this season, whether it's been at St Mary's Stadium or at the training ground. 3 wins in 4, 9 points from a possible 12. Started off the season tremendously as well, wasn't it? That 4-0 win against Reading.
Yeah, it did, but a few results after that then didn't go our way, so we kind of need to get back on track, get back up the table. That's what our aim is.
Yeah, went on a run of 3 defeats after that. Must be nice for you as well to play in the middle sometimes with Alfie Jones in there, because he's a captain, he's a leader as well, isn't he?
Yeah, there's a lot of players who can play in that midfield and they're all good players, so it doesn't matter too much who I'm playing with. I know I'll play with someone good like.
And Naked now plays it back again. Shot comes in from Bjordell. He's going to try again. Hannock chips it forward. Way up towards Afolabi. Valerie. So he's not had to make a change, Edie, but I suppose when you've got Jones there, you don't really have to, do you? He just drops back.
Nah, he probably played more centre back as he does midfield, so he slots in there very naturally.
Now, Malumbi out to Goldson for Brighton. Back to Goldson again. As Hannock played it back to him. Valerie away for Saints. Niner. Here's McQueen. Connor Goldson. And Nima out left. Naturally, Brighton have got more space on the ball when they do get it, with that one-man advantage. Here is Hanaimer again. Goldson. Kyle. Been instrumental really in the middle, and that's a very good ball. Malumbi. Looking for that opening, Brighton. Good head away from Stevens. Target clears. Goldson. Malumbi. Switching play well tonight, Brighton, but that ball is misplaced there from Kyle. Hesketh gets it away. Højbjerg. Kind of shows all of his experience there, doesn't it? Just relieves the pressure a bit.
Yeah, he done well. There wasn't many options for him on the ball, so he done well to win the free kick. Gives the defence a bit of a break. Lets us go.
So free kick then to Southampton. Tom O'Connor with me in the commentary box tonight, the Southampton midfielder. Kick long there from McCarthy. Touched on it earlier, but saying about Southampton's run, if they can go on a winning run, I think it's only 8 points off the top of the table.
Yeah, I think it's Middlesbrough at the top. They've started very well. I think they went on. I think they won the first 6 or 7 matches. So yeah, we'll need to play well to catch them. But hopefully, there's a good bit of season left to go. So never know what'll happen.
Yeah, as you say, a long way to go. Middlesbrough are right up there at the top. They actually drew against Brighton in their last match. In fact, Brighton have drawn their last 3 2-2 against Blackburn and Middlesbrough in the league, and also in the Checker Trade Trophy they played Oxford and drew 2-2 before winning that on penalties. Getting that extra all-important bonus point as well. There's a free kick this time to Southampton. Ask all the players this really, but that Checker Trade Trophy experience must help you a lot as well with your development.
Yeah, it does. Just getting that experience of playing against first team players, like they're all like senior players, so it's kind of a different test to say the Premier League 2. It's a lot more physical, and you can get used to the League 1, League 2 standard. So yeah, it's decent.
Well, that foul there on Marcus Barnes is pretty much the first free kick in a fairly dangerous position, this one for Southampton tonight, and they've got the usual suspects in there. Alfie Jones waits for it, so too does Afolabi and Sam McQueen. Target or Hesketh to take. Certainly not 10 yards. Referee makes sure it is eventually. That Brighton wall. It's going to be Target to take. Dangerous ball. Could have caused problems. So well to leave it. Corner kick, the first corner of the night for Southampton. And after all the pressure from Brighton, this would certainly be a good time to score with 9 minutes to go before half time. So Stevens left it. Corner kick for Southampton. Always good options there in the penalty area, including Stevens, who stands just on the edge of the 6-yard box there. Target who took that free kick to take the corner. Seen a few scored from this position this season. Target to the back post. Flags up, despite the best efforts there to keep it in play. Saw Virgil van Dijk score from that position, from that far side with a header a few weeks ago at home to Stoke, but not to be that time. Get the feeling that's where Saints could come on out on top here tonight, isn't it? Set pieces. Brighton are down to 10.
We had scored from a few set pieces this year, so obviously there's Matt there and Hess both have very good delivery, so hopefully we can create a few chances from that and hopefully get a goal.
So free kick played back. Just tuning in, Southampton down to 10 men from that red card from Bednarik. Very, very questionable to say the least. Malumbi. Mateu. Back to him. Good play that from Højbjerg. Oh, just behind Afolabi. Scored his first under-23 goal last season against Arsenal. Jade has challenged him to get more goals this season as well, and he's certainly come up with a good so far this year. His first real taste of under-23 football. And now here's Kyle for Brighton & Hove Albion. Brighton, a senior side, have picked up 4 points from their last 2 after that draw against Southampton yesterday. Winning at West Ham the week before that. Foul there from Højbjerg. So Brighton again have got Akano inside the penalty area. Ball across. Down with that time from Jones. Brighton have another throw. It's been a very quiet first 39 minutes of this game, really. And a throw to be taken from Cox. It is Brighton who look the more likely to score, but they're on the attack again. Played back. Kale thinks about shooting. This time it was the shot from Malumbi. Goldson. Tilly. Target wins it back. Stevens. Push on Jake Hesketh. One of a number of players, wasn't he, Hesketh, who broke through last season? Must give you that inspiration as well to try and get into that first team.
It does, yeah. Along with Sims as well. Sims played a few games last year, so it does show that if you do play well with 23s, you will get a chance.
Yeah, Olamola as well on the substitutes bench a few times last season. But he's come out really all guns blazing at Yeovil on loan. Olamola. And now it's up towards McQueen. Afolabi wanted a foul. McQueen takes a wicked deflection. And this time, Manepa isn't going to stop that from going out for a corner kick. The second corner of the evening for Southampton. Last 5 of the half. Held up well there from Afolabi. Wanted a free kick. Is this the moment for Southampton? Stevens is the man who stands just inside the box. Curled into the near post, not to be that time. Hesketh, deep ball. Still Saints here with Hesketh. Curled up towards Afolabi, but straight to the keeper. Easy for the keeper in the end. But they've stopped Brighton from playing as much as they were Southampton last 10 minutes or so, haven't they, really?
Yeah, definitely, especially with one less player, they have done well.
And now Brighton in possession with Malumbi. It's not been full of action this one. Brighton have had 2 or 3 opportunities on goal. I think the red card making certainly a big impact on the spectacle here tonight. Chance to regroup at half time. Saints have to stay focused here though. Goldson out left. Flags up, not to be again. Free kick.
Offside in zone 72.
flag's gone up a few times tonight, and that was time it was a Hanek who's offside. A winger who joined from the Dutch side, Almere City. He's got goals in him, scored 28 goals in 85 games when he was there. And Brighton have got so much faith in him, they've given him a 5-year deal, the 22-year-old. Was it last season you signed a 3-year deal as well, wasn't it, Tom? 2.5 years, so you've got a bit of longevity there.
Yeah, not last summer, the summer before, so yeah, it's good.
There's this kick long now. Challenge there. The referee's going to have a word here with Højbjerg. He's going to produce a yellow card, although last time we thought he was going to produce the yellow and he brought the red card out, so anything can happen. And the old body language suggests a yellow card now is going to be produced here from Højbjerg. Just a word telling him to calm things down. Yellow card this time. See that again. And the Dane certainly went in late. Wasn't happy about it.
No, felt like he got the ball, I think.
Brighton out left now. There's going to be a late twist in the tail before half time. Not long to go now before the break. Back from Mateo. Oh, it's one back there from Afolabi. Now all of a sudden space is opening up right before the interval. McQueen out left, he finds him. McQueen, chance to shoot. Oh, it's a brilliant save. Great save from Manepa. And terrific breakaway play there for Southampton. McQueen there looking for his 4th goal of the season. And really Manepa did terrifically well, but what a great breakaway there right before half time. And McQueen just needed to dip it down a little bit lower, but a great effort nonetheless. Best chance of the game really for Southampton by a country mile. Corner kick. 2 minutes of added time indicated there from the 4th official. Hesketh to take the corner. Afolabi is the man referee's having a word with now, so hopefully that will bring Southampton into life, that opportunity. Maybe they can produce a goal here. Hesketh with the 3rd corner of the night for Saints. Oh, and it's headed across that side from Afolabi, back again in space. Hesketh's got McQueen just behind him. Disappointed in the end. That's a good opportunity that was, wasn't it, for McQueen?
Yeah, I think John did very well as well. He kind of delayed it a bit and waited for McQueen to come up alongside him. So.
Put in a great performance against Newcastle a couple of weeks ago, McQueen, and now Southampton with another throw. Last few seconds of the half. Hopefully that chance will give them belief, though, Saints.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's probably our best chance of the game. So to show like we're growing back into the game. Hopefully second half we can create a few more.
Might get a chance here for McQueen. Nearly found Afolabi. Hanek's the man who picks up the pieces, though, for Brighton. Time's almost up. Goldson. Alumbi back again. Manepa out left towards Hanaima. Risky ball. Goldson. A little bit of trickery, got him out of trouble there. Mateu. Jones the captain. Let's go down for a throw. That should be it, I would have thought, for the half. Look at the watch from the referee, and that is for the half. 0-0. It's not been a classic. It's a match which Brighton have had more of the opportunities without creating anything majorly clear-cut. You'd have to say the best chance of the match fell to Southampton, though, right at the end of the first half. Chance for McQueen, but this was the big talking point, a red card for Jan Bednarek for that. And the referee took an age to produce a card. When he did, the card was red. Big talking point, happened within the first 10 minutes. Expecting him to produce a yellow card. Make of that what you will, but a red card given to the pole, straight red. And in the end, that was a decision that was made. And as you can see from his expression, even after that chat with the referee, he looked absolutely exasperated by that decision. But there we go, 0-0 it is. Southampton down to 10 men, but slowly growing into the game. Half time then. Tom, what's your overall thoughts for those first half?
Yeah, I think that the sending off has affected us. Like, I think up until the sending off we were right in the game, and I think once we did get the man sent off, we just needed a bit of time to settle, get back into shape. But once them first 10-15 minutes did pass, we didn't concede, and I felt we kind of gradually got back into the game and created a few chances near the end. So hopefully second half we can create a few more.
Well, we will be back for live coverage in the second half of this under-23s action here at Southampton's training ground. It's Saints against Brighton on the official Southampton FC YouTube channel and on the Facebook channel as well. But at half-time here at Staplewood, it's Southampton 0, Brighton and Hove Albion 0. So welcome back to Staplewood. Southampton against Brighton under 23s. It's been a match which has been not a lot of incidents in the first half apart from a red card. We've got second half live coverage to come here of this match, and there's a substitution here, as you can see, for Brighton. Stephen Alzanti is the man who's come off, and Aaron Conley is the man who's come on for him. So a like-for-like substitution for Brighton and Hove Albion. A forward on for a forward. See what that produces in the second half. But Brighton down to 10 men after a red card within the first 10 minutes, and it was Jan Bednarek who received his marching orders. As we watch it again, I think everybody here was slightly aghast by the decision, but the referee produced a red card after a foul there from Bednarek. It was a foul on Akana, who was running forward. As you can see, Bednarek had 2 or 3 players around him. The referee deemed that was a professional foul, and a red card was produced. Apart from that, not a lot to report really in the first half. The best chance falling to Southampton right at the end of the first half, when McQueen's shot with the left foot was saved from the keeper. And Brighton, though, did look the more likely to score within the first half an hour of this match, and that red card did give them a new lease of life as well. So that's the situation here. It's under 23s football here at Southampton's training ground. I'm Ian Wilding. I've got Tom O'Connor with me in the commentary box this evening. And Brighton in possession now, with Haniza out wide to the right-hand side. So because of that red card, it means that Southampton are playing a 4-4-1 now, really, with McCarthy in goal, a back four of Valerie. Alfie Jones has gone back to centre-back with Stevens, and Target at left-back. Højbjerg and Hesketh, the two in the middle. Hesketh the more advanced of the two, with McQueen and Barnes out wide, and Afolabi up front. Brighton out wide to the right. 2 players wait for on the edge of the box. Chance for Tilly, plays it out wide to the right. So goalless here. Often see it opening up in the second half, though, at the training ground, when we've seen Saints this season in the second half. And now Southampton on the ball down the left. Play it forward, looking to advance here. McQueen tries to play it forward to Afolabi. If he can get in here, he can. He's got Barnes waiting for it on the edge of the penalty area. Could cross it in with the left foot, he does. Comes off a Brighton player, comes off Cox's chest. Already an early chance for Southampton, already a corner for Southampton, and a decent start to the second half. Hopefully starting off like they mean to go on there, Saints.
Exactly, yeah, it's been a very bright start. It was a good ball by, I think it was Sam, up the line to John. It was a good run, so yeah, it's a very bright start.
So Afolabi did well in the first place, linked up well there with Barnes. It's Hesketh to take the corner kick for Saints. Stockport-born midfielder, moved to Whiteley at the age of 9, looking to put a decent ball in, but not that time, doesn't get past the first man that time. As we were saying, the longer this match goes on for, though, at 0-0, the more that it's one of those where it looks less likely that it's 11 against 10. So I suppose that's the psyche, isn't it? The longer it goes on for, the more players kind of forget, I suppose, that they're playing with that one man less.
Yeah, especially if we can keep it in the game and keep competing with them like that. I think it will kind of even out, hopefully.
Well, Southampton's next home game in the PL2 isn't until the 20th of November. But we will have live TV coverage of that one online, as we do every single PL2 home match this season. Big week coming up, though, for Southampton, with Cardiff away in the Premier League Cup on Thursday. And Northampton away in the Checker Trade Trophy. McCarthy to take the free kick. Barnes. Afolabi wins the throw. On a cold night here at Marchwood. To Valerie. Kyle wins a free kick for Brighton, though, just to ease the pressure for the away team. Brighton haven't lost since the end of September in the PL2 when they lost 1-0 at Aston Villa. They're set up well though, they're well organised. They've signed a lot of youngsters from abroad over the last couple of years as well. And now, like Southampton, have a number of players looking to break into the first team soon. But now, Saints win it back with Stevens, does well. Given away, Brighton looking to come forward, but good play. Højbjerg tries to put Barnes away, but Brighton win it back. Is a chance now for Hannock out left. Again, the flag's up. Few offsides in this match, one there. And Southampton can breathe a sigh of relief. A number of players, Tom, that have made up the step up, haven't they, from under 18s to under 23s over the last 6 months?
Yeah, I think there has been a few. It's a big enough step up. I think you just need to kind of get used to the tempo of the game, and it's a lot more physical. So yeah, I think that players who have stepped up have done well. So.
Did you find it tough at first, that transition from under 18 football to under 23 football?
Yeah, well, I think the first few games, like, it's kind of, the tempo is a lot quicker than what you're used to, and like the players you're playing against are obviously more developed, they're more quicker and stronger, so it takes a few games, but once you get used to the level, I think like it's not too bad.
And it's a fairly fast-tempoed second half, this one. Brighton looking to get it forward early here as Kyle misplaces the ball that time. Goes out for a goal kick again. I suppose that's the thing, when you make the step up, as you were saying earlier, then you get players from the senior side dropping down as well, don't you? As one of the managers there, the Southampton boss. In fact, there, Mauricio Pellegrino there in the distance. And then I suppose one of those, when you do make the step up, he pretty much watches every home game, so there's another opportunity to impress there as well.
Exactly, yeah.
It goes out to the left, bright and clear. Valerie. Stevens. McCarthy long. Now this could be a chance inside of the foot, given away from Malumbi. Target. Now Hesketh could have a chance here. No free kick given. Brighton now in space all of a sudden. Malumbi. It's a late one there from Hesketh. And again, the card is going to be produced now for Jake Hesketh. Yellow card is out. So Hesketh now, second player to go into the yellow card there. Southampton had a player sent off early on from Bednarik. It was that eagerness and willingness to try and get the ball back there, wasn't it? It was determination, but quite flying in there.
Yeah, you do like to see that. It's just unlucky with the tackle, just a bit missed time. But if he had won the tackle, it would have been a great piece of play.
Yeah, as you say, not the challenger you wanted, but something which would encourage the manager. His determination to get back. Here's Bjordell for Brighton. Curled out left to Cox. Malumbi. Goldson. Curling shot with the left foot. McCarthy saves and gets here the second time. He had to do well there from Kyle's shot, and he did. Saying earlier about Pellegrino, does that give you that extra determination, I suppose, when he's watching to try and impress?
Yeah, I think most of the time you don't even know if he is watching or not, so I think you go out with the same mentality, like whether he's watching or not, you just try and win the game. But obviously it is a bonus if he is watching, especially if you play well.
Now Valerie forward. Hesketh. Jones to Barnes. Back to Højbjerg. That's good football. That's better from Saints. Can they produce a finishing touch here? Not that time. Valerie in towards Barnes. Brighton clear. Here's a Hannock. Brighton on the breaker now. Now all of a sudden though, Bjordan out wide. 4 players inside Southampton's half. The shot takes a wicked deflection. Brighton with a corner kick. And they came forward quickly, burst forward in space, Brighton. So Tilly up there, a Hannock up there, Bjordal all up there, trying to get a goal, but Brighton win their first corner of the second half. A Hannock to take it. Good header away, this time it comes off Afolabi. Kyle, 1-2. Deep ball in. Could cause problems. It does cause problems, and it produces the first goal. And it was a terrific strike with the left foot. And it's a substitute. He's only been on the field for a few minutes. Aaron Connolly hit that so true, and it was one which Alex McCarthy had no chance. And Brighton, against Southampton, down to 10 men, lead by 1-0. And you've got the feeling it was going to take some magic to get a goal tonight, and it certainly was that, wasn't it, with the left foot? Yeah,
it was a great strike. Just instinct, really. I think just felt him in the box and he just let it rip and straight in the top corner. Not much Alex could do with that.
Yeah. As soon as he hit it, he knew it was heading to the top corner. So a blow for Saints, but as a spectacle, hopefully this will open things up now, because Saints really have to go for it. Yeah,
I think it's going to be tough for Saints now, especially with 10 men to go for it. If they do press forward, they might be left a bit shorter men at the back, but hopefully we'll be able to get one back.
So Brighton lead. And now Bjordal, who's had a good game tonight, is going to shoot with his right foot. And McCarthy got a touch to it. Starting to come into their own now, not just the goal, is it? Last few minutes though, it's all Brighton.
Yeah, they've looked very threatening the last few minutes.
Another corner kick. The last corner certainly caused problems. Into McCarthy's chest height that time. Well, it's a great goal to separate the two sides in what's been a match which hasn't really got going really at times. But Aaron Connolly didn't take long after coming on as a substitute to get his goal, the first goal of the evening. McQueen. Decent ball in. Oh, and they nearly found Barnes. Valerie. But as was proved, Tom, there was 5 goals in the last 20 minutes when Saints played Newcastle. So
exactly, yeah, we won't lose hope yet. Anyway.
There's Valerie. Safe from the keeper. Yeah, 3 of those goals came for Southampton last 12 minutes as well. After Newcastle had forced their way back into it at 3-2. That was also the day after the senior sides met. The same again tonight between these two. And here's Kyle.
Are you going to work something? Come on, you're doing the same job! Keep it moving! Simple!
Naka back to Kyle again. Cox. Esker to Afolabi. Challenge there from Hanaima. 1-0 Brighton lead then. Southampton have only lost one game at home in the league this season. That was against Blackburn Rovers from a late goal. It's always going to be difficult having a man sent off so early on in this game, but they'll hope that it's not a second home defeat. There's a long way to go here. Throw for Southampton again. Obviously at a different level this season to the season before. How have you found the difference between playing in the PL2 second division to the first? Is there a lot of difference, you think, or not really?
There's a little bit of difference, I'd say, but the second division is still very competitive. Like, teams are all very good, so. But it's just playing against them top teams really, who were very good last year. The likes of Everton and City, they were top teams last year.
Yeah, a number of players who you'd imagine to be internationals one day, I suppose, coming from those clubs. And now out wide from Malumbi. And I'm out left towards George Cox, who made his first Checker Trade Trophy appearance at the Ricoh Arena last season at Coventry. Pretty good place to do it. And this time he goes out wide, now for a throw. So Brighton about to make another substitution here. It's Max Sanders, who's played 8 games this season, one of the ever-presents, coming on. Bjordell is the man who's going to come off. Slight surprise there, he's been pulling the strings a bit, hasn't he, in the middle?
Yeah, he has done well. Looks like a good player.
So Max Sanders is the man who's going to come on. And Bjordell, the Norwegian, who had a spell on loan in Sweden last season, is the man who comes off. It's going to be Matt Targett to take the throw. Look at that Saints left back situation there. There's some great competition there, isn't there? You've got Bertrand, Targett, McQueen who can play there as well.
Yeah, it is very tough, especially for Matty and Sam. Like, Bertrand is obviously top left back, so it'd be tough for them to break in there.
Especially with Bertrand being fancied. You'd fancy him as the first choice left back, wouldn't you, in the summer for England?
Yeah, definitely.
Now out wide to Jan Valery, the ex-Stade Rennais fullback, wins a throw. Hesketh in field, Højbjerg. Talking of internationals, a Danish international out left. Barnes. And then Højbjerg out wide. Have a throw to Brighton. So over an hour gone then here at the training ground. Interesting, isn't it, whether Saints keep with this 4-4-1 formation or whether they maybe bring in a forward for a defender.
Yeah, interesting to see what Raddy does now, but I think the longer it goes on, the more you'd be inclined to change it to get that goal.
Yeah, no substitutions made so far tonight. Nathan Teller is a good attacking option. Tyreke Johnson as well. It's Callum Slattery. Ollie Cook, the defender, and Jack Rose, a goalkeeper, arrived from West Brom in August. Make up the 4th and 5th substitutes. Certainly with Teller and Johnson, could see them making an impact with their pace. There's Teller, who actually joined Me in the commentary box for the last home game. Now it's a chance for Akana, plays it back. Chance for Cox now. Curled in. Always going to be too close to the keeper, and McCarthy picks up. Saints have 12 points from their first 8 games. 4 wins and 4 defeats. No draws yet so far this season. Mateu plays it forward. Here's Kyle. Malumbi. Here's Akana. 1-2. Not a bad ball from that position. Højbjerg wins a free kick. Done it a few times tonight, hasn't he, Højbjerg, when that free kick at just the right place?
Yeah, I think both him and Hesk have done it pretty well. When we're under pressure, they managed to win a free kick for us, get us out.
So 1-0 Brighton still lead from that wonder strike earlier on in the second half. Given away from Valerie though. And now here's a second substitute with a chance to score. And Max Sanders forced a save out of McCarthy. And there was nearly 2 substitutes getting on the score sheet there. Mistake at the back there from Southampton. And he had lots of space there in the end, didn't he, really?
Yeah, straight at the keeper, yeah.
They might get another chance though. Here's Akana. Too far for Cox. But you must be chomping at the bit to get out there yourself now, aren't you, as well?
Yeah, we'd love to be out there, yeah, but sure.
Are you a good watcher, or do you? I suppose you kind of kick every ball from up here, don't you? Really?
No, I don't mind sitting back and watching the odd game and just having a look at what's happening. It's a different picture when you're down there on the pitch, so it's nice to get a different angle of it, really.
Yeah, it gives you a different perspective.
Exactly.
Not a bad view from up here as well. The Saints still looking for their first goal of the evening. Is Kyle out left towards Anaka. Kind of back in space. Kyle. Malumbi. 4 in the box. Malumbi again out wide. Oh, and it's blocked from Stevens, but again, it was half a chance there, wasn't it? And the substitute.
They're after getting a few chances in the last few minutes, but I think as long as it stays 1-0, there's always a chance that we can get that goal and get back in the game. So
even at 10 minutes, all you need is a set piece or a deflection or anything, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah.
Goal kick. Roy Jahidi there. Plenty going through his mind at this stage of the match, I'm sure. This man's impressing's coming on though, Sanders. And Brighton are getting closer and closer to getting that second goal. Whiz past the post.
He's had a few chances now since coming on. He's looked dangerous. He's picking up a few spaces in behind our midfield, so we may need to sort that out soon enough.
Well, Simon Rusk, the Brighton coach, has certainly made some good substitutions. They've certainly paid off. One of them has ended up scoring. It goes out for a goal kick. Saints 3-0 defeat at Norwich last week. There were 2 own goals, one from O'Driscoll, one from Gardos. 2-0 down at half-time. McIntosh made it 3-0. Saints looking to bounce back tonight, and they're still Plenty of time in which to do so. And they're on the ball now. Jones. Move backs down there from Valerie and Barnes. Cox to take the throw. Sanders into trouble. Hesketh. Barnes. Hesketh back to Barnes. Malumbi. Kyle. McQueen. Yeah, back to McCarthy. Headed away from Mateu. So the first Southampton substitution to be made is Jake Hesketh is coming off. On is coming Callum Slattery. Just again going to fill into that attacking midfield role. But he's done that more, hasn't he, Slattery, this season? More as an attacking midfield role.
Yeah, he can play anywhere in midfield really, the deep role, the number 8 or the 10. But this year he has played mostly in the 10 role. He scored a few goals as well, so he's been doing well.
So Southampton will make a double substitution here. It's Marcus Barnes who's coming off for Nathan Teller, the man who arrived from Arsenal only a few months ago. I was saying about that pace that's needed. Again, that injection of pace, you'll certainly bring that, Teller.
Hopefully some fresh legs might do the trick.
So the first two substitutions for Southampton are made at once. Tom O'Connor with me in the commentary box. And talking about that role, how much do you enjoy yourself getting that opportunity to play in that hole behind the front man? Is that something that you'd like to do?
Yeah, well, don't get to play there very often, but don't really mind where I play, to be honest. Like playing in any position, so it's nice to get forward a few times, or I have a few shots at goal, or
well, I suppose that's your natural role, isn't it? Playing in that midfield role, playing kind of in front of the back four at times.
yeah, normally just deep midfield. That's probably where I'm played most regularly. So
Saints coming forward out to Valerie. Teller. Kind of wins a free kick. You always played in that midfield role, even when you were younger. Has that always been something? Or?
And mostly midfield. Yeah, when I was younger, I played more forward a bit more, but played in the backs as well. I've played a good few positions now, so.
Good to have that versatility though, because you never know when you might get called upon in the first team, do you?
Yeah,
for
exactly.
certain positions.
Yeah. I know. I like trying out new positions and kind of learning new positions.
As it goes out left to Cox. Kyle out wide. Goldson. Brighton's best period of the match really came after that goal. Started to find that spring in their step, and they've started to create more opportunities really in the second half, but it's just quietened down really, hasn't it? It slowed down quite a lot last 10 minutes really.
Yeah, I feel Southampton we're kind of getting back into the game a bit more, getting a foothold, so hopefully we can create a few chances.
Just one goal in it. As Valerie. Good play this from the Frenchman. Great play out to Teller. And wins a corner.
Blocked by yellow 6, 65.
See if Saints can take advantage here. Stevens and Jones just slowly walking up towards the penalty area, side by side. Credit to Teller to win that. Target to take the corner. Last. Heading into the final third of the half soon. Shahidi just shouting out some last minute instructions before this corner kick's taken. Can Saints make it 1-1 here? No, they can't. Nepa commands his area well. It's a good throw that as well. It means Saints have to get quickly back. Eventually they do. Teller, second ago, is on the right wing, now he's playing left back. Wins a corner kick though, concedes one I should say. Came from nowhere there, didn't he, Teller?
Yeah, done well to get back after a very good throw from the keeper.
So a corner kick. And as Mateu and Hanisa stand just outside the box. Still got plenty of men forward though, Brighton, with this 1-0 lead. Hanek to take. Away from Stevens. Tilly out to the wide to the right. Back to Tilly.
Get out! Get out! Get out! Johnny, out, Johnny, out, Johnny.
Here's George Cox. Connor Goldson. Malumbi. Kyle to Cox. Came off the foot there of Aaron Connolly, the goal scorer. Decent ball. Well covered though, and it's good defending to be fair there, wasn't it, from Jack Stevens. Goal kick. I suppose he's one of the more experienced players now, isn't he, Stevens, at the back for Saints?
Yeah, he is. He's very commanding back there when he plays down. 23, so.
Challenge there from Højbjerg. Saying about that competition at left back, a centre back as well, isn't it? You've got.
Yeah, there's a lot of centre backs there now in the first team, so it's tough now, to be fair.
Yeah, likes of Ollie Cook and Alfie Jones also looking to compete with Gardos, Stevens and 4 others in front of them. And Tyreke Johnson, the man who has caused problems at times this season, that's for sure, is the man who's going to come on. 2 goals he scored this season. On the bench tonight, but he's another player you feel has just moved up a level this season, Tyreke Johnson.
Yeah, definitely. He's added a lot to his game, I think. Very dangerous on the left wing.
So it goes back towards Manepa. Time slowly running out. Connolly trying to get on the end of that. And he's going to win a corner kick as well for his troubles, despite Alfie Jones' best efforts to keep that in play. Jones, who won Player of the Season a couple of years ago for the under-21s. He's had a decent game tonight. Couldn't keep it in play that time though. And Johnson braced and ready to come on any second. Brighton can have this corner first though. And there was Hanek, who's come into his own at times in the second half. Ball in, headed across. Wasn't too far off. There's Mateo with the final touch with the left foot. And again, had that have gone in, that really would have killed Southampton. But a substitution being made here, it's Jan Valery is the man who comes off. Tyreke Johnson comes on. So maybe a slight change of formation here with Tyreke Johnson going further forward. It's like Southampton are just going for it here.
Yeah.
3 at the back by the looks of it now, and playing more players across the middle. Looks like it's Target, Stevens and Jones as the back 3 now. Højbjerg in front of them with Callum Slattery. It's almost like a 3-4-3, isn't it now? Saints are going for 3-4-2, I should say. Brighton on the attack now, they're down the right. 2 players wait for inside the box. Oh, he had Kyle just behind him, couldn't find him. Stevens out left. Johnson looking to make an instant impact. He's still going here. He's run 40 yards up the field. Here's Cox. Akana. After Connolly's ball. And back from Teller, wins a free kick. Last 10 minutes. Quick, moving quick. 21 points Saints picked up last season. They're over halfway past that mark now, albeit in the league below. But they need something here tonight. Brighton, on the other hand, have won a corner kick. Connolly kicked it off Stevens' foot. And Aaron Connolly, as well as the goal, not just the goal, but he's been causing problems there. And so Hannah again to take the corner.
Get out, get out, get out.
And as far as Cox shoots with his left foot, but it's going to be well picked up. Teller. There's McQueen. Good play from him, back to Teller. Miraculously, the ball is still in play despite that challenge, right on the line. All over the top, could put Connolly away. Thought the flag was going to go up. It did eventually on the far side, offside. Southampton win a free kick. 9 left. Just like Southampton, Brighton have also got 3 games in 8 days, including tonight. It's quite an intense schedule, isn't it, really, for this time of the year?
Yeah, it is, yeah. Don't mind it, though. A lot of games coming thick and fast. I think it's good.
Afalabi tries to get in. Here's Cox. Now here's Connolly. I suppose it gives you a chance, if you can start winning games, gives you a chance to build up a bit of momentum, can't it? If it's
yeah, I think if you do win a game or two, your confidence will grow as well. And that's what you can build the momentum off, so.
That's a good thing for Saints, the fact that if they do not get anything tonight, at least there's a game now in 3 days' time against Cardiff in the Premier League Cup. Towards McQueen, competition which Southampton won a couple of years ago. Manepa there,
So 15-8.
under pressure, picked up.
4, and then you've got
They've certainly not produced the same amount of chances or goals as the last time Saints were at home against St Mary's Stadium. At St Mary's Stadium against Newcastle. But now Brighton in from Akana, Kyle back to him. Akana feels about shooting, blocked. Højbjerg, Southampton quickly looking to get on the breakaway here. It's Teller. Can Saints get a late equaliser here? Callum Slattery, who arrived from Chelsea at the age of 8, Slattery. One of the substitutes tonight for Southampton. Made all 3 now. Johnson wins a free kick. 10-man Saints have a free kick, and if we can get a decent delivery in here from Slattery, the big men are up. Including Afolabi. All he often needs is one chance. Slattery in. Isn't too far off. So it's a ball in from Slattery. And then it wasn't. Again, just came off the back of the head there of Alfie Jones. Could have gone anywhere, that.
Yes, good delivery from Slats. And just, I don't think he could generate enough power in the header to get to trouble the keeper, so.
Afolabi just behind him. It's been tough on Afolabi, hasn't it, tonight? Because as soon as Saints went down to 10 men, it was always going to be difficult for him to get the service.
Yeah, exactly, because I think Hess dropped back into midfield a bit deeper, so he didn't have much support up there.
Yeah, 3 goals this season he scored. And maybe Southampton can produce an opportunity here. It's Slattery back. Stevens. Matt Target. Up to Højbjerg. Stevens. Out left for McQueen. Johnson. Oh, it's a dangerous ball. Still it's an opportunity. Oh, it should have been a goal, really.
It's a great ball in by Tyreke there. Caused a lot of problems.
Yeah, Johnson's caused problems down that left-hand side. He ran 40 yards forward early on in the game on a free kick. And then when it came back to McQueen, left-footed strike, and it just went over the crossbar. I don't think he realised just how much space he had there, really, did he, inside the penalty area?
I think anywhere on target there could have been a goal, but
probably the best chance of the second half, that you'd say.
Yeah.
Both have fallen to McQueen. Closing stages of this one then. Here is McQueen again, turns well. Højbjerg to his right. Teller even further away to the right. Delivers the ball in.
Done well there again, Sam.
Yeah, kind of came from nowhere, didn't he? When that corner kick. And it's going to be Slattery to take the corner on the far side. Last couple of minutes, we had some good pressure here from Saints. Hopefully they can keep this going to the final whistle. See if they can produce a goal as well. Slattery to take. Here's Tilly. Tilly wins a free kick. I suppose from a Brighton, that's just exactly what Brighton needed, wasn't it, that time of the game?
He done well there. He didn't have much options, so he done well to draw the free kick.
Just when it looked like Southampton were going to start threatening that Brighton and Hove Albion goal. Goldson to take. It's nearly corner flag time, really. The Brighton players will be thinking next couple of minutes or so. Well, Southampton have just got to keep possession. This live TV coverage match here on Facebook and YouTube. 4 minutes indicated there from the fourth official. So we're into it now. Saints have 4 minutes to try and rescue a point. Afolabi flicks on. Oh, it was a good opportunity. Oh, disappointing in the end though. Foul from Teller. Not too happy about it, that's for sure. To say the least. Yellow card there for McQueen.
Ref is fond of his cards tonight.
Yeah. So a yellow there for Sam McQueen. Referee quick to produce a yellow card there for dissent. So 3 players have been into the book there for Southampton tonight. 1 man sent off for Jan Bednarek. And you do have to wonder what could have been had it not been for that early red card within the first 10 minutes.
Exactly, yeah. Game would have been a lot different, I think.
Disappointing for him as well. He'd have liked a good run of games, wouldn't he, against Sill to try and...
Yeah, he has been doing well when he's played with Spanish shoes as well, so...
Yeah, Southampton's first summer signing, Bednarek. Arrived pretty much fairly similar kind of time as when Mauricio Pellegrino came in. And here's Johnson. McQueen in again. Oh, saved. Yeah, this time well from Manepa. But Johnson has been everywhere, hasn't he, since coming on here?
Yeah, he's looked very lively.
Certainly we'll be hoping he starts on Thursday night in the Premier League Cup. Through ball though, Connolly flags up. He wasn't going to score anyway. Just 2 minutes left now for Saints to get this equaliser. Teller. Slattery. Johnson. Is there late drama here? Could be. It's a throw. Got Slattery in support. Gives it to McQueen. Comes off the foot there of Mateu. Is there one last chance before the end of this match? Saints will hope it comes now. Slattery. Brighton putting bodies on the line, aren't they, really?
Yeah. Got 11 men behind the ball now, so it's gonna be tough to find that equaliser.
Oh, slip. It could have come at the wrong time for Brighton. It could come at the right time for Saints. Højbjerg feeds it through.
Oh,
McQueen's shot
great
is blocked.
block.
And again, this time, it's going to be a corner kick and it's going to be the last chance of the game.
It's a great block that was from number 5, I think, was it?
Yeah. And had Goldson not made that block, Saints would have been equalising there right at the last few seconds. They can have another chance here, though. Corner in from Slattery. Dangerous ball, punch clear.
33 and
Manepa just needed to get a touch to it, really. And now all of a sudden Brighton could just rub salt into the wounds here. Depends how quickly they want to move forward or if they just take it to the corner. No, it's going to be too far for Connolly, but he keeps it in play. Instruction from the manager Simon Russ to just keep it in the corner. Teller standing around the ball, but they won't be able to get the ball back, Southampton, and they won't be able to get a goal tonight either, or the equaliser, because Brighton have won by a goal to nil, and it was a stunning strike with a left foot in the end from their substitute Aaron Connolly early on in the second half. And it's a bit of a scramble going on here, late drama here. Aaron Connolly, the substitute there, just getting into a bit of a scrap there with Stevens. Referee just coming in to calm things down. So a bit of an ugly end to the match, but it was a beautiful goal which separated the two. Just a shame for Southampton. It was an incident early on in the match which was a game changer, really. Jan Bednarek getting sent off early on with a straight red card for what the referee deemed to be a professional foul. As you can see, it came early. It came as he was running forward in towards the Southampton box there, Akana, and see it again. I suppose it, whatever angle you look at it, it does look a dubious decision there from the referee.
Yeah, it's never been a red for me.
A red card given, straight red card then from the referee Richard Holm, who took a while to produce the red card, but eventually when he did, you can see the pensive look on Jan Bednarek's face. And then after that, Brighton started to grow into the first half. They looked more likely to score. And in the second half, they did score. And it was a terrific strike, to be fair, with a left foot. Aaron Connolly had only been on the pitch for 10 minutes when he did manage to find a top corner. It was one where Alex McCarthy, the Southampton goalkeeper, was going to have no chance to save that and keep that one out. And it was one of those then after that. Brighton had 2 or 3 other good opportunities. Southampton could have scored late on. They had a shot from McQueen, which was well blocked right at the death. And 2 or 3 corners as well, but it's Brighton who picked up the 3 points in the end, and Brighton move up the table. Disappointment for Southampton, who've got 12 points in their first 9 matches. And Tom O'Connor, your final thoughts after that?
Yeah, it was a tough game in the end. I think only for the sending off it might have been a different result, but I think the boys did fight hard, and it's just unlucky not to get a goal in the end. It's tough playing with a man less, but overall, it's not the worst performance, just disappointing result.
Yeah, so disappointing in the end for Southampton at Staplewood. And thanks for tuning in and watching this live TV coverage this evening of this match between Southampton and Brighton under-23s. In the end, it wasn't a result Southampton wanted. It finished here. Southampton, down to 10 men, have lost by a goal to nil at home to Brighton and Hove Albion.